Would you look at that? Look what came home to my house. Yep, that's right, everyone. 2 bikes in the McLovinmoto garage. The 17 Honda Africa Twin and a 19 DRZ-400S. Let's go out for a little ride, shall we? I don't know if you can see that. It's got 30 miles on it. Oh. Choke is on. (2019) DRZ-400, and it's brand new. It was a leftover at a local shop. They had one left. Let's talk about why I might have bought a new bike. Why in the world did I buy another bike? I'm sure even my wife would like to know the answer to that. Should we go for a spin? Alright, so why on earth did I buy another motorcycle? As many of you have seen, I started my channel, a couple months ago, and I started on a Honda Africa Twin. Absolutely adore my Africa Twin. It's not going anywhere. I am thoroughly enamored with it, happy I bought it, and it's going to stay in the garage, as in the stable. I'm going to continue to ride it, is what I'm saying. But why would I need another bike? Why would I buy a second bike? Well, after watching a bunch of friends and a bunch of people on social media out riding their dual sports and even dirt bikes out on the trails, could I do some of that with the Africa Twin? Yeah, probably somewhat. I'm not Mad Mick from Australia who rides an Africa Twin like he stole it, or like it is an actual dirt bike. And I bought the Africa Twin because I thought, and I still do to some degree, I still think to some degree that the Africa Twin can do just about everything, but it doesn't do everything well. It's great for logging roads, it's great for Forest Service roads, it's awesome for commuting to work, but ultimately, when it comes to doing trails and single track, it really isn't the best for that. Can I do it? Yeah, I can do it. Do I want to do it? Well, not 100%. I like the novelty of it a little bit, and the fact that most people aren't taking their 500+ pound Africa Twin down a lot of single track stuff, but it's not going to be the greatest. And if I crash, you know, potentially the bike's going to be screwed up to some degree, but really most likely what's going to get screwed up is me. And a couple of my buddies just recently bought 2020 DRZ-400s, and Suzuki's kind of having an awesome sale right now. You buy a 2020 or 2019 DRZ-400 new, and you get $300 worth of accessory credit. So essentially that's like a $300 discount, and you get some cool stuff. So I bought this from my local dealer. They had one 2019 left, and I was able to add $300 worth of goodies right away. So I got a set of aluminum hand guards, I got a set of IMS foot pegs, and I got a set of Panda Trackmaster tires. And I actually still have a little bit of money left over that I get to go spend over there on bike parts. So that is pretty cool to be able to walk in and immediately, because you know you're going to do something to the bike. Nobody, well, very rarely does anybody keep it stock for too long, and knowing that I could walk in and have $300 worth of stuff put on it right away, that was a huge selling point. So The other nice thing was, since it was a 19, they took a little bit of money off the MSRP, so I didn't do too bad really on buying it. And I figured, you know what, if I want to go ride some single track and go screw around in on some actual OHV areas, I really want to have a bike that oh, look at the baby ducks. I really want to have a true dual sport that doesn't weigh as much as my Africa Twin, that can do some things better than my Africa Twin, like trails. And financing's good right now with low interest rates. They had the $300 off. They took some money off the MSRP. It's really hard to say no to that. And I've had a DRZ before, and it was my primary bike, and I wasn't real pleased with that. I lived 15-20 miles away from work, probably more like 15. It was not fun, you know, on the highway. There's no protection as far as wind or rain really, and so I didn't 100% enjoy that. But now that it's a second bike, I think it's going to work out better. I'm potentially, well, most likely we'll trailer it to some OHV places. There's a few, you know, within an hour or two ride from my house, and so I'll probably end up trailering it to those places to ride. My work is only about 3 miles from home, so I can ride it back and forth to work some as a break for the Africa Twin. And I'll be honest with you, the Africa Twin is awesome, and I really wasn't considering buying a second bike until a couple other guys that I know went out and bought these DRZs, and it was just too good to pass up for me. And the other nice thing about it is that my little sons are 6 and 7, and they're both getting into motorcycles and quads, and this will be a little bit easier to ride on trails with them, and trailer out to places to ride with them, instead of trying to trailer my Africa Twin and get it up and on the truck or trailer. And so it really benefits me to have this as a way to ride with my sons. So new addition to the channel, and I think as several of my buddies have said, the 2-bike solution sometimes is the best. The math is M as in Mary plus 1, M being the amount of bikes you have currently. You always want to add another one to the fleet, and I've done that this week. So you're going to see some Africa Twin content on my channel. You're going to see DRZ-400 content on my channel. You're probably going to see some more sand dunes on my channel, and might even see my the McNuggets, the 2 McNuggets riding with me out in the woods at some point here soon, trying to find some places that'll be safe for them to ride. And the little guy might actually ride on the back of this with me, and then I will have the 7-year-old ride the dirt bike, because he's pretty confident and doing a good job. The little guy is not 100% ready, and actually gets tired pretty easy, so I'll just have him ride with me, and he can go along and doesn't have to do any of the work, just gets to hang on and check things out. So if you have any questions for me about why in the world I bought another motorcycle, why did I buy a DRZ-400, well, you know what, I will talk about that right now, because I'm not the only one who was struggling with this decision to purchase something different. So I looked at, when I started looking, I looked at the Honda CRF 250L. I've got friends that have those. I looked at the Yamaha WR250R. It's got a little more power than the 250L from Honda. It's also fuel injected like the Honda. But at the end of the day, they were both 250s. And while I think there would have been, I think I would have had some fun on the 250. I'm 6 foot, 250 pounds, and I think I was going to get to a point where with my motorcycling background and skills, that it just was going to maybe get a little boring for me, and wouldn't have the power that I wanted to get up, you know, go through some single tracks and get up hills. And you know, they get a little bit winded, so to speak, on the road. And I felt that it was just going to be a little bit too underpowered for me on a 250 to go that route. Then I started looking at the Honda CRF 450L, and that looks like just a rip snorting machine. But 600 mile oil change intervals, I think it's 12 or 1800 mile valve adjustments, and then Honda recommends that the motor get rebuilt at 20,000 miles, and they cost $10,300 MSRP. And that was more than I paid for my brand new Honda Africa Twin. Granted, it was a 17 and I bought it in 19, but I couldn't fathom that I was going to spend more for a dual sport than I was for my adventure bike. And with the maintenance intervals, this DRZ is like a car as far as maintenance intervals. I don't even see in the book where it calls for a valve adjustment. It just it just didn't make sense. So, oh, there we go. Look at that. Oregon State Beavers, Goss Stadium, national champs. Pretty cool. So, with that being said, nobody else really, I mean, then you get into the KTMs and you get into the Husqvarna and you get into the Beta, and I just can't, I didn't want to spend that kind of money. I don't have that kind of money to spend, and I just like the simplicity of the DRZ. The DRZ, yeah, it's carbureted, I know, but you know what? We've been running carburetors a long time, and they do their job. It fuels correctly. I know there's some cool mods, the 3x3 mod and the rejet of the carb and an exhaust, and I could pick up some more horsepower. I'll be honest with you guys, it's not really about the horsepower for me. It's about the reliability. It's about getting out to the woods every time. It's about starting every time. And I'm really not too concerned that it's not the latest and greatest in technology. I do wish it had a 5-speed, or I'm sorry, it has a 5-speed. I do wish it had a 6-speed. I think that would be pretty neat. Anyway, I wish it had a 6-speed. I wish it was fuel injected, but honestly, for the money that I spent compared to trying to buy a 450L, I mean, this bike is almost $4,000 cheaper brand new than the 450L. Yeah, will the 450L rip it up in the trails against this? Yes, it will. Is it lighter? Yes, it is. Does it have fuel injection? Yes, it does. But you know what? For $4 grand, that's a lot of money for accessories. That's a lot of money in my pocket. And at the end of the day, it's money that I really didn't have to spend on a second motorcycle. Are there things I'm going to do to it? Yes. Parts are coming. Like I said, I got some accessories with it when I bought it. I've got a few things that I had a little cash laying around to do to it. I'm going to get a rear rack, and a skid plate to complement the grips and the other things I'm going to do. And it's going to look pretty cool. I'm not going to go crazy with it because, again, it's a secondary bike. I've got a few things I still want to do to the Africa Twin. If you watch my video just a little bit ago about the accessories that are on it versus what I want to do to it, I've still got a few things I want to do to the Africa Twin to make it exactly what I want. But yeah, that's kind of the bottom line. So welcome the DRZ to mclovinmoto to the channel. You're going to see some content coming from it. I've got some other buddies who've got dual sports and dirt bikes who want to go out and ride, and so we're gonna go do some riding soon, I hope. And the weather's kind of been crappy here for June so far, but I think things will get better here soon. And I'm gonna go put some miles on this beast. Oh, check this out. The Naval ROTC. I'm gonna get a picture here. So if you haven't, there's a Discord channel for Dork in the Road, and we've got a little scavenger hunt going. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get a picture right here on the sidewalk. I know, probably shouldn't be. Maybe somebody will get mad at me, but I'll take it quick. There we go. That's an awesome picture. So yeah, if you have any questions for me or comments, leave them down in the comments here. I appreciate everybody who subscribed lately. I'm up to 131, I think, this morning when I looked. My next goal, I'd really love to get to 1,000. So I'm going to keep making content like this with both of my motorcycles. And if you like what I'm doing and you like the content, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It costs you nothing, actually, and you get awesome content like this. And if you wouldn't mind, please smash that like button if this is stuff that you're into, even if it's not. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, and it helps my channel out a lot, and I would really appreciate it. Now that I've ridden this, I mean, obviously I've only put I've only put 44 miles on it, but now that I've ridden it, I am kind of glad I went with the 400 and not the 250. I think the 250 would have been just a little anemic for me. It's nice to have a little extra torque of the 400. If you're on my channel because you like my Africa Twin content, that's not going away. The Twin's still going to get some love. Actually, it'll probably still be ridden potentially more than this. I'm hoping to ride them, gosh, I don't want to say 50-50. I don't know that that's going to be possible, or that that's even going to work out. Most of my riding has been riding Forest Service roads and going out and exploring on the Africa Twin. That's not going to change. If you're here because of the Africa Twin, don't worry, there's going to be more Africa Twin content. If you're here for the DRZ, awesome, please subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the content I'm putting out. If there's something you would like to see on my channel about my motorcycles, let me know. I am totally good with making content that, you know, if there's enough people that are like, hey, you need to do X, I'll give it a shot. I'm good with that. I wouldn't mind, you know, seeing what you guys are interested in, and if it continues to help grow the channel, then I'm a fan. It's about 63 miles an hour. Doesn't feel like I'm totally wringing its neck. Yep, see, tried to go for 6th again. That is so funny. It's like, oh, I want one more gear. I'll be honest with you guys, this is a fun bike. I forgot how much fun they are just to have a light bike like this, and one that's so capable. You know, you can ride it on the street. It does fine in the dirt. Is it a 450? Is it a true 450, you know, dirt bike? No, obviously not. But will it go to the same places with a little bit of effort? Absolutely it will. All right, let's try one. Oh, you know what? I've got an awesome spot to show you this bike. Let's go look. Don't pull out. Thank you. You guys ever talk to other drivers in your helmet? I do all the time. Trying to will them not to pull out in front of me or use a turn signal, heaven forbid. Those are important qualities in a respectful driver. Use the equipment that was given to you from the factory, and check twice before you pull out. This bike is really fun. Above all, it's just fun. Are you winning races with it? No. Are you having a great time? Yes. Oh, look at that. There's a deer. Hi, deer. Where are you going? Oh, there's another one. Holy smokes. Good thing I slowed down. Hey, how are you, little man? Or woman, I guess. Forest Dell Natural Area. Let's go up here. See if anybody's up here. Oh, try not to scare the deer. Oh, good. Nobody's up here. Sometimes you can get some interesting folks up here. Kind of a neat spot. Let's walk around this, check it out. It's 2019. I really like the white. I like the blue seat. I like the blue graphics. The death wings are coming off real soon. If you're not familiar with that, a lot of people call the Bridgestone trail wings on these bikes the death wings. They don't do a lot of things well. They're fine on like dry pavement, but they really don't do much of anything else well. yeah, so this, I mean, we could probably make that better, right? I need a little tail tidy kit eventually, probably. I do appreciate the clear lenses. I kind of like that. I think this is a California emissions bike. I think that's what this is like an evap canister. This is one of the fuel dual sports that comes with a full complement of tools. Have you guys seen this? This is what this is a little tool bag. Funny. But it comes with a bag of tools, and there's like legit tools in there. My Africa Twin came with like a screwdriver and a screwdriver, like a little cheap plastic screwdriver, and a fuse puller. I mean, that's maybe Honda just assumes it's not going to break down, but that's all it comes with. It does have rear pegs. Pretty fun. I had my kids on here the other night with me riding around. Choke, petcock. We'll finish my walk around here. Incandescent headlight. Pretty neat bike for the money. They've been around, I think, well, they made the DR-350 before this. They made the DR-250, the DRZ-400, I think came out in 2000. Somebody will probably correct me, I'm sure. So I think this is maybe year 20 of this same bike, and I know they've made minor upgrades and differences, but overall, like I said, it's a 20-year-old bike with very few new parts and pieces. And it is all stock currently. Haven't done a thing with it yet. How can you not enjoy a fun machine like this, right? Well, thanks everyone for joining me tonight as I give you kind of an intro to my new DRZ-400. Again, if you enjoy my content, please like, please subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think of the bike. Really appreciate everybody who subscribed so far. I appreciate all the likes that I've gotten. I appreciate the comments that I've gotten on my other videos. I try to get back to you on all of them if I can. Thank you for watching. Thank you for growing my channel with me. I hope to keep making some sweet content with this bike. Cannot wait to get it up into some OHV areas. Jump these train tracks. Not really. All right, everybody, have a good night. Take care. I'll see you again next time. Oh, killed it. Killed it. Welcome to a new bike. Look at that. Got all excited and killed it.